tonight. From the GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for KC. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect, bring everyone in, keep the tight end in.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more... prepared for that one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A give. This is Chubb. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so...
He's got a man complete. And able to rip rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Watson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 16, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office, the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Watson off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 5 now. Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. His kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown on the year. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go. In the first half. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Forced out to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. And the half will begin with a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Flushed out right. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And in for the Chiefs, touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Chubb will get the call running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And again, it's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down now. Cottrell, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On first down, Cottrell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Chiefs appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from...
And it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection. Certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Mahomes going to throw it here. Steps away. Caught by Allen. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those